Shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom. Mordecai, wise warrior for the Most High, mighty one, God of Israel. Zephaniah, treasure warrior spirit for the Most High, Yahawah. Coming from SITHLORDTIGER, school of truth. Servants in the house of the Lord, together in God's eternal righteousness. SITHLORDTIGER. And today's class is Moses' laws is valid. All the laws is valid. This is class right here, one of my minor jumps, basically for the pastor pork chops of the world and these Christians of the world who walk around here freely acting like they ain't gotta keep the commandments, listening to pastor pork chop, we ain't gotta keep the commandments no more. None of that. You can walk around looking like a whore. You can walk around looking like a cold homosexual out here. You can eat pork. They pray over it. And what the scriptures say, they sacrifice on the idols. You know what I mean? And they pray over it. That's what they do in them Sunday worship churches, man. Just another class. So, and what I got coming? I got 7 points of wisdom class after this class right here. And then I'm coming to chop Esau head off, man, for my earth class I've been talking about. And I got other vicious classes coming. I got a junk called it ain't called germ theory, but that's what I'm saying right now. I ain't gonna get the name up. It's got a class about that coming because they created these vaccines in 1796. So what was we doing before then? And all the other medicine. I'ma totally destroy Esau science, man. On these little running classes I got coming about the earth and all that, about they medicines and stuff. And I got the jump, the Most High Yahawah, the Most High God Yahawah versus the wicked Freemason Edomite Charles Darwin. Destroy this atheism thing, because all that stuff linking together. The atheism, this earth, they theories about the medicines and stuff like that. All that stuff tying together. Then the weather, got that junk coming. I got some heavy deep classes coming to the point I ain't even got enough video space to put all the information in. You know what I mean? Not even enough space. I done research so much information. I gotta just pick and choose what I'm gonna use for that class. I gotta make sure it's the right stuff. Cause them classes really for brothers who've been in the truth. Like these elders and other brothers that been in the truth for a while. I ain't seen them touching on none of this stuff. You know what I mean? You know, whether if they ain't got no understanding or they just not trying to touch on it, whatever. You know what I mean? They ain't put no thorough class. They might have mentioned it, but they ain't seen no thorough class about none of this stuff yet. You know what I mean? It looked like to me some brothers ducking and dodging it. They scoff against it. You know what I mean? Brothers talking about the flat earth. You know what I mean? Cause that got something to do about the earth you walking on. Dum-dums. That brothers talking about, oh, y'all talking about that, but y'all ain't talking about we need to just be teaching the commandments. Come on, man. All that stuff tie into each other, man. The truth bigger than just standing on out there. You out there screaming at basically 2/3 club, man. The 2/3 club and Esau getting away with these major lies, man. If you bringing the kingdom down, it's bigger than teaching our people the commandments. We supposed to bring this kingdom down all the way around the board. But, you know, I got a high understanding that came on me. It's just I see each Israelite school, brothers, whatever, they playing different roles. So, you know, I ain't even tripping all brothers ain't bringing out certain stuff. I'm going to bring it out because I see that's my role to do. That's why the Most High White woke me up to go into the deep stuff about Esau science and all that. He think he getting away with the lies, man. You know what I mean? Because I see a lot of brothers when they teaching, it's like they not sure if Esau and them went to the moon or if they got satellites up there or if this earth a global now. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. If you can't teach a class about the earth you walking on, the earth that the Most High YAHAWAH made, these devils lying about it, and brothers don't want to touch on it. They'll rather scoff against other brothers who trying to touch on it. You know what I mean? And this showing me they ain't got no understanding, man. No understanding. You know what I mean? I teach from different angles. I came out my first few videos, I went into a deep mystery. I went in a deep joint about did Jacob swindle Esau because I heard brothers in a debate league try to say Jacob, our whole heritage was set up on a swindle. I went into other little stuff, you know what I mean? Then I dove into the milk, the basics, for the people that don't got no understanding about the truth, because I keep running into people I know. Most I keep sending people at me that don't really got no understanding about the truth and all that. Came on me to do the milk jump. I ain't even finished them. I stopped at part 4 to give it a break so I can do some other stuff. And I'm going to come back with 5, 6, and 7. I said it was going to be a 7-part little series. And I might do a part 2 with 7 more parts to that. You know what I mean? But right now, I'm about to dive into Esau science like a scuba diver. Yeah. And show brothers, these brothers that been in the truth long with these big names and all that, who ducking Esau science, you know what I mean? Because like I say, you're going to be who you was in the world. If you wasn't into that stuff in the world, you're going to be the same dude in the truth. You just know precepts, man. The basic level of the precepts is what I mean by when I say just because you know precepts, that ain't no high wisdom. Because a lot of brothers I see, they teach on the surface. You know what I mean? They bringing out precepts with the correct understanding, but a precept might got 2 or 3 levels to that precept. You know what I mean? It's more things to touch on. You know what I mean? Because I'm just one person, a little like a scale, a skin cell in its truth. You know what I mean? Compared to the overall schematics of things. You know what I mean? But like a bee though, how a bee so small, but the bee create a major thing, that honey. That's one of the largest commodities on this earth is bee honey. And they do so much. You know what I mean? The bee so little. They play a major role. So, you know, I'm just putting this out so hopefully brothers come across it, they can build on it. Come out with a better class than I did, touching on it. But we gotta bring this kingdom down, brothers. You know what I mean? We gotta bring this kingdom down. We gotta stop telling other brothers what not to touch on. We need to just be doing that. Nah, if we want baddie, when my arm reaching over here to pull this shade down or to grab something, this other arm over here might be in my pocket. So it's the same thing like this truth. By these brothers, you know, over here, going like, for instance, the brother Yahawaah from HOIDC, brother from my hometown. He going a lot about Eve and all that. You know what I mean? He just did a masterful talking in the spirit. It was some technical difficulties. He couldn't have his reader bring the precepts out. But he went in and broke stuff way down about how brothers letting Eve control him in his truth. And he was 100% spot on saying stuff that I be saying and saying around my wife. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. He doing that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say, oh, you just focusing on Eve. We gotta teach our people the commandments. Everybody playing a role, everybody playing a part. Every brother got his own gift, man, to bring out certain stuff. Some brothers gifted whereas they can go all the way around the board, like me. I go all the way around the board. Especially I'm relishing the challenge of offering Esau up in the arena, man, and destroying they 400 years of lives, man. With this Copernicus theory, with this Einstein, with this Isaac Newton about the gravity, about this Charles Darwin, this Freemason, man, about this evolution bull crap. Man, I'm about to challenge all these wicked devils, man, and destroy all their doctrines, man. Because I grew up studying science and math and all that stuff, looking into it, diving into it and everything for years and years and years. Even though I was in the streets, I just had that type of brain. I was like a nerd, just a street dude that was a nerd. You know what I mean? That's the type of brain I got. Stuff I love to dive in, I dive in. And been studying a wide range of things, you know what I mean, all the way up to now. So I'm relishing this challenge, man, of destroying. I ain't got to. I got a whole notebook full of classes, man. I got classes down at the gold mine. I got classes down there. About 100 and some class to 200 classes up here. I got classes all over the place to do. I ain't gotta do that, but being as though I didn't do that, and I see Esau, they still talking about going to the moon and reminiscing on. I seen that homosexual Harvey Levin, that lawyer, talking about he relishing the fact of Neil Armstrong stepping his foot on the moon. When I got the video with Neil Armstrong, he you could see the guilt in his face, knowing that he was lying, man. When somebody was fake giving them some credit or something. You could just see it, man, if you're on a spur. And I got all the facts and everything to just break these devils is dumb, man. They not doing all these lies and these rumors they got our people running around. Cause like I keep saying, our people love to grab shit that sounds smart and sit down and be talking to you like they really know something. It ain't study nothing, man. It's just hearsay. What they say in the courtroom, it's just hearsay, Your Honor. You know what I mean? The judge, you'll try to bring, the lawyer try to bring something out, and the judge will gate it saying that's hearsay. Or the other lawyer say, Your Honor, that's hearsay. You know what I mean? You know, that's just, you know, that's just what it is, man. You know, and first I want to give all honor and glory to the Most High YAHAWAH, the God that made the heavens and the earth, man. That's coming back to hit the reset button on this earth, because people keep thinking this earth gonna go on wicked the way it's going on. Thinking this is gonna be wicked, it's going on 100 years from now. Two men gonna be skipping down the street, man. I got the video where the transgender stuff, man. You know what I mean? I should pull that joint up, man. My phone app. The show, man, how evil and wicked this kingdom is, man. Our people comfortable being slaves here and thinking this so-called white man, these cave animals gonna be ruling over us another 100 years, and we still gonna be talking about, oh, we just not there yet. We almost there. Talking about with equality. Man, you ain't gonna never be there, man. These devils hate us, man. They not gonna share nothing. Because they need us to be slaves to help invent and coming up with ideas to keep working, because can't nobody outwork us. Can't nobody do nothing we can do. So they need us to be entertainment, like the scriptures say. And just to keep basically being flunkies here, man. Where they throwing us a little bit of crumbs, but they people got the best of everything. the land. They own everything, man. Our people think because we got a little job and a little piece of house, a little piece of car, we moving on up like the Jeffersons. Moving on up. Man, ain't no moving on up, man. We still doing the same thing we was doing in the 30s, man. Shucking and jiving and cooning, man. Shucking and jiving and cooning, man. Same thing, man. Same thing, man. We had entertainers and stuff back then in the 30s, because at the Black Wall Street, we just integrated in. We had entertainers, all that, just being flunkies for them peoples, man. Since the 30s, man. We've been boxing. We've been doing all this stuff we doing now since then. We've been doing it. And thinking we getting a piece of the pie. Nah, you just being a good slave for master and he throwing you some crumbs. That's all it is when your whole rest of your whole nation is suffering. You might can pull one or two people in with you, but at what price though? Knowing what I know now, stuff you gotta do with these Freemasons, these initiations and all that to get in. If you want to get up on a high echelon level, man, you're gonna be selling out more than just your nationality. You're gonna be giving stuff up like your ass. Yeah, you're gonna be giving some stuff up. Your manhood, your dignity, a whole rack of stuff you're gonna give up in this kingdom, man, to get on that level. Our people just don't understand it. And another thing, our people look at these entertainers, man, as heroes. Man, these people ain't no heroes, man. These people sellouts. They ain't no heroes. I had the video with Dick Gregory, man, went off on a dude for thinking that. And he said it. We at war. And we the only people who do that want to put an athlete and these politicians and stuff as heroes, man. When they answer to the same people that's oppressing you, that's who they answer to. You think they gonna give them millions up in that big ass house and them couple, whatever they got, all them cars and all that stuff for their nation? Come on, man. There's truth out here. And the elder brought out the video showing that a lot of these athletes know about this truth and what's going on. You think, and a lot of these rappers, you think they gonna be in the mainstream if they bringing out the truth of this earth, man, and who the Israelites really is, and who God chose, who God chosen children is, and how he feel about everybody on the earth, man, and who the kingdom for, certain little stuff, and how we supposed to be keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Come on, man, the people's gonna get yanked as soon as they try to do that. Tell you, man, they gonna give you these fake Christianity raps. They might mention something, but you don't got a clue what they talking about. They ain't giving you no precepts or nothing with it. So what they saying is just they vaguely saying something. You might hear them mention Judah, like Kanye or something, but all right, that ain't teaching nobody nothing. You just saying Judah. You ain't teaching your millions of followers the law, statutes, and commandments. So you still just a sellout, man, just using something, man. That's what they do. They need material. They gonna grab and hold on stuff they can use to sound sweet and try to be in with the in crowd. But it ain't no being in with the in crowd with this truth, man. If you ain't going hard and battling and teaching these scriptures the right way, man, like you supposed to. I don't want to hear that stuff. We go to this video though to show you. To show you how destroyed this kingdom is, man. Now these two transgenders, it's about to be a whole transgender movement they about to try to push, man, on our children and stuff. Check this out. Look at this abomination, man. It was early in the morning. Look at Jake. I sound like I'm twisted. I just woke up. Mouth dry as a mug. Musty, old ass men, man. Them two men, man. Look. That's what they pushing on the children. How the fuck a child know about transgenderism, man? We take it personal with our children. This the stuff they pushing on our kids, man. Look at this bullshit, man. Especially with all fuck a 3-year-old gonna say, "Mommy, I'm not a boy, I'm a girl." Charlize Theron, that Edomite, man. We gotta stop following these cave animals, man. Coming up with these bullshit philosophies, man. Look at this. And we put that list up. Nigga, Joe probably bigger than mine. I'm sitting up there. To really be. Nigga look like he about 6'9", sitting up there, big ass man. He need his head chopped off, both of them. But you know, most parents want to be supportive, and the truth is they just don't understand. So going down this list, you said come up. Protect trans kids. Listen to your child. Don't take it personal. Come to the situation with no judgment. Seek gender sensitive professional. Breathe. Man, I'm gonna breathe after I chop your head off, man. Push this shit on my children. Making a decision for your child, and your child isn't really making a decision at that time. You're just giving them the options in the education, and you're just letting them have this shit sickening, man. To decide as they come in. You hear that? Should you jump all in? So Charlize Theron. So I don't know why brothers not attacking this stuff, man. I see probably one camp attacking this transgender stuff. Your child as a girl for years now, and they don't feel that that's correct. So if your child were to say, "I feel like I'm a boy, I feel like I'm a girl," should you quote unquote go all in, or should you give them time to process that and you yourself as well? Well, I think personally that look at this shit, man. Look what they do to our babies, man. That's Jake probably 9 times out of 10 that this stinking wet dog smelling, and I think Charlize Theron a transgender. Matter of fact, I think somebody did a trans investigation on that land-looking junk. Breasts all spread it far apart. I mean, breasts ain't that far apart. One of the other things that people don't realize is when children transition, everybody is connected to them. This the kingdom that this where we headed at, folks. This is where we headed at, man. By embracing. It is a difficult subject, and I know we're talking about it more now. But where can people go for any level? Look at these big feet. Look how big that nigga feet is, man. Look at that rusty hands. And so the initial. What the hell want to lay down with that? And we understand that this shit is sickness, man. It is $1.5 million. So September the 27th kicks it off. We will be at the Crystal. Look. Marriott. National Trans Visibility. Man, look at this, man. Elders that have done the work. If this not the most satanic kingdom ever, man. At 9 o'clock. Our people need to wake up, man, and stop believing in Pastor Pork Chop and what this news and shit be talking about. Brothers wonder why brothers dead. I'm bringing everything down about this kingdom. About they science, they make it. This goes into science too. How they playing with the DNA, the genetics. And if you need education, go to us. We can educate you. Look, educate you to be a flaming faggot, man. Okay. It's an important discussion to have. I know this is for a lot of people. It's a new world, and we are talking about. Look at this. Look, it's a new world. Look, they done cut YAHAWAH out of everything. It's a new world. God, he don't exist no more. He about to show y'all though. All right, thank you, guys. Go off. Told you, man. Told you. This the evilest kingdom ever, like the scriptures say. They cut the Most High God out of everything. It ain't even about. It's about what man think now, and the man that's making decisions wicked as hell, man. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. Let me go to Jeremiah first off. Books we reading. King James Bible. Pop. And I got probably like a couple little videos to dive into. This class shouldn't take that long. That's why I had to slow it down and talking to Spur off the break. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah. Book of Jeremiah. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 23. So these pastor pork chops, these Sunday churches, man, tell you you ain't gotta keep the laws no more. I had to chop this 7 day not a 7 day Adventist, man. What they call them people? Not 7 day Adventist. I can't even think of it, man. Jehovah Witness. Man, I chopped her up, man, in front of my god brother, man. Soon because she was waiting for us to get out the truck. I'm like, oh, she want to wait right here. She was in for a rude awakening, talking about, yeah, we keep the Passover and all that. I pulled my fringes up, said, you teaching the kids to keep the fringes? She made that vital mistake. Oh, we ain't got to keep the law no more. I pulled Matthew on her. You know what I mean? And it was a wrap. She tried to say, I ain't trying to go back and forth with you. Like this, I say ain't no debate. It's about truth. Every time you try to bring truth out to our people, because she was an Eve, they want to talk about debating and all that stuff. This ain't no debate. It's about truth, man. It's only one truth. Just like it's a right and a left, it's only one truth. And if you're not searching for the truth, man, that means you with wickedness, man. Either you with wickedness or you just a fall for anything, man. You'll believe anything. You just believe what somebody tell you and just go with that. Like a flunky. You know what I mean? You got the wrong one, Pastor Pork Chop. The wrong one. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1 and 2. It say, woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith the Lord. What it say? It say, against the pastors that feed my people. What is they feeding them? The Most High chosen children, man. The main thing they feeding us, we ain't got to keep the laws, man. When we don't keep the laws, we don't have no power. The Most High not going to back us up. You know what I mean? He going to keep us suppressed. Because he created this earth for the Israelites. So it's common sense and understandable, like, okay, somebody did all this for you, and you ain't going to follow the rules. That's just like your kids. All right, I'm going to buy you this car. But you can't be staying out past 12 o'clock, man, hanging with your friends, man. Them friends is the other nations. You know what I mean? You take that car and you hanging out past 12 with your friends and all that, and you coming back late. What you think I'm going to do? I'm taking them keys. Man, you grounded. Don't ask me for nothing. None of that. You know what I mean? The next time you do something, you got to get out of my house. Go stay with your cousin down south or on the west coast. That's what happened to us. We got our ass kicked out of our homeland, Israel, Jerusalem, and shipped all around the world, man. Same thing. It say, and driven them away. How to Pastor Pork Chop driven the Most High people away? Not telling them to keep the laws, man. Telling them God love everybody. Telling them, oh, you can be what you want to be. You know what I mean? You can be a flaming faggot. You can be a dyke. You can be a transgender. You can eat swine flesh. You can eat whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. It's a free world. It ain't no rules. It's a free fall. That's why this kingdom is in so much turmoil, man. It just on a basic level. People can't even drive no more without ready to kill each other, man. Because the scriptures tell you that's how it's going to be. It's called strife amongst men. It's so much strife going on out here, even with customer service. You notice when you talking to people, customer service and all that, they attitudes be funny. Back in the day, customer service people used to be humble. They was understanding. They'll listen. Regardless, you can be cussing them out. They'll listen and try to resolve the problem. You talk to customer service now, they snappy, man. They snapping. You could tell they really ain't got no education. They vocabulary, all that, man. You could just it's this the strife, man, and everything. I don't care if it's going to buy a hamburger. I don't care where you go at. Everybody got attitudes. That's strife. And that's what he did when he said driven them away. And have not visited them, behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings. Man, the Most High say, man, he gonna visit these pastors that do that. He gonna visit them, man. They gonna have a end. It is already happening. You got like Eddie Long, who caught AIDS. You got other pastors getting locked up. Other ones, stuff happening to them and all that. Because the Most High said, that's everything the Most High say in these scriptures, it happens, man. You know what I mean? It just, you gotta be taught what's going on. And Pastor Porchop not teaching the right stuff. So you ain't gonna have no clue. You gonna go on to Sunday church, jump around like you Cisco from Drew Hill and Chris Brown. They gonna beat the drum, play the organ. You gonna see somebody falling out like they got the Holy Ghost. They ain't got nothing but the Holy Devil. And go home and dive in the bed with a man. Or the woman gonna go home and dive in the bed with a woman. You know what I mean? It ain't no righteousness here in this kingdom, man. This is an evil kingdom. You know what I mean? A brother like me who been out there, I seen both sides of the fence. Can't run no game on me at all. I don't care what it's about. And I was a bookworm. So you're not going to run no type of game on. I don't care what kind of game you think it is with your science, your math. It don't matter what arena you go in, Esau, with this kingdom, man. Your kingdom about to fall down. You know what I mean? We just out here to give people the warning to let our people know, wake up. The Most High about to crush this jump for the people who it's supposed to be. But hey, people want to be hard and stiff neck. Let's go to Job 13 and 4. The book of Job, chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. Come on, man. The Most High calling people forgers of lies, man. You know why he call them forgers of lies? What you do when you forge something? You bringing something forth. You making something. You know what I mean? Like if I made this stick from hand, I forged this stick. You know what I mean? Whether if I carved it, whatever I did, I forged it. That's what they doing. Because a lot of them know the truth. A lot of them pastors, they know that we supposed to be keeping the commandments. But they gonna give you that, oh, that's the Old Testament, because they wicked. You know what I mean? You know. That's how the forgers of lies, man. And it say, ye are all physicians of no value. They supposed to give the people the medicine. Preachers ain't up there just to be talking, man, running their mouth and just telling you. No, you supposed to be able to give people the medicine they looking for, man. That's why people go to church for. They looking to be healed. But how can you heal people if you lying to them? And you got them running in a circle and they like a rat in a square box just going from corner to corner. He gonna come back the way he started off at, man. It ain't no exit. You know what I mean? But the prophets of the Most High God are assassins, technicians, and engineers of these scriptures in this earth. We got the medicine that the people need, man. Because once I came in this truth, man, all the burdens of this world was lifted up off me. I never felt so better, man. Never felt so better, man. I don't care if I ever have another dime. This truth right here, it lifts the pressure of this world off. Because in this world, what you got to do, you trying to keep up with the Joneses. You trying to keep up with your man and them. You dealing with wicked ass women that will sleep with you, leave your house and go sleep with another man, come back to you, kissing you in your mouth after she done had oral sex with another man. Ragga wild stuff going on. You come in this truth, man, you dealing with righteous women. You know what I mean? And it's a better thing in this truth, man. You know, it's a better thing, better life in this truth. You know what I mean? It's just better. You know. Let's go to Isaiah, book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah, chapter 9. Chapter 9, verse 15. It say, the ancient and honorable, he is the head, and the prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail. So, man, I don't care how much money these pastors got, man. You the tail, man. You behind me, man. That's what the Most High just said. The same God they faking like that's backing them up. He said, the ancient and honorable, he is the head. And the prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail. So these pastors that's telling you you can eat pork, you ain't got to keep the laws and all that, man, they like the gum on the bottom of my shoe, man. They not supposed to be, when it say you'll be the head and they the tail, that mean they the tail. So they ain't supposed to be teaching nobody nothing. They not supposed to be teaching our people these lies. That's what that means. It say, for the leaders of this people cause them to err. What's an error? A mistake, man. You going off. It say, and they that are led of them are destroyed. People destroyed that's following T.D. Jakes, Joel Osteen, and all the rest of these pastors, man. Your local pastor, pork chop at the corner. Because they don't know the scriptures, man. They at least know that the laws are still valid, but they don't really know how to break these scriptures down like that for real. The average pastor out there, man. They learning now from the Israelites. It say, and they that are led of them are destroyed. People destroyed, man. Another way, our people that was led of them are destroyed. A lot of our people that went into churches looking for the Most High God and got fed lies to the point they lost faith and hope in the Most High God. So they left that church and said, man, I ain't messing with the Bible no more. Because you got past the pork chop line, you got the so-called white man who lied since slavery, opened our book up and taught us lies out the book. They put rumors out there. The white man, King James was a white man. The white man wrote the Bible. All these lies, man, they put out there. That's how, and they that are led of them are destroyed. That's how a lot of people got destroyed. Because once they turned away from the Most High, what they do? They jumping into Islam, a false religion. They jumping into Buddha, Hinduism, this Scientology, Egyptology, all these false doctrines, man. All these lies and made up stuff by men. I read all that stuff. And when I was reading and digging in a lot of that stuff, I could just tell a regular man wrote that stuff. It ain't no wisdom in it. It's basic. Some stuff I could have came up with off the top of my head. Man, can't no book on earth match these script, this holy Bible, man. The KJV. You could tell this book was ordained by the Most High. Because the wisdom that's in this book, I never heard no man on earth ever spit this wisdom. Because if I did, I'd have been following them. That's how I know. You know what I mean? These scriptures, this truth is just now being revealed to us now on a larger scale. Like the scriptures say it is. So we can teach the people the truth of the Most High, man. Let's go to Romans, the book of Romans, chapter. Let's get Romans chapter 13 and verse 14. But put ye on the Lord Jesus Christ, whose real name is Hamashiach Yahawah, Hamashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. That's what Pastor Porkchop and them doing. They making provisions for their flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. What's the lust? Money, women, assets, houses, cars. You got them. They want what's his name? The one forgot his name, man. The one who he want a new jet, a new what's that Joan called? Basically a 6 series of that jet. I forgot the name of that Joan, man. Yeah, he wanted the new series of that. You know what I mean? That's the provision right there to fulfill the lust thereof. Let's go to Sirach 32 and 17. The book of Sirach. The book of Sirach, chapter 32. Book of Sirach, chapter 32, verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will. That's what our people do. But that's what Pastor Porkchop do too. You hear brothers bring it out. They correct. Our people do that. Make excuses not to keep the law. But the main one do it is Pastor Porkchop. Because if you talk to him, he gonna give you this soft ring around Robin Hood's mind about why you ain't gotta keep the commandments. I got videos saved that are seeing them doing that, man. Talking about how you ain't gotta keep the laws and all that. And they won't be reproved because it don't matter. I done seen where the Israelites going to church teaching the truth. They don't want to hear it because they congregation. People bringing them that money. They get the fiend and lust over other man wives. You know what I mean? All that stuff is the spoils of being wicked, man. And they love it. They love having pork dinners, catfish dinners, pork and catfish, and praying over that stuff, man. Some evil people, man. These pastors need their heads chopped off for that Christianity, man. Once you come in this truth and see the lies that been being fed to our people, man, for 400 years, if you thorough, you want to put these people to death, man, but you can't. You gotta go by how the Most High wants you to do stuff and be in order, because it's order. You know what I mean? But that's how you be feeling sometimes. Let me go to this video. So this right here, this class about the law, that was the little intro right there. about the law. We about to see how these devils know that the Most High Word is the real truth on the planet. Now I'm about to show you a video of this military. This military, watch what they do. They in Afghanistan, but watch what they did though.
When Al Jazeera first revealed the activities of evangelical Christian US soldiers at one of the biggest US bases in Afghanistan, the US military described it as sensationalist journalism. It said our exclusive footage of soldiers talking about distributing these imported Bibles in local Afghan dialects was taken out of context.
This video was presented in a way to make it appear that that was the case, but this is really inappropriate and irresponsible contortion of what really took place.
The Pentagon maintains its troops did nothing wrong, but it's now emerged that the Bibles were not only confiscated, they have also been destroyed.
My understanding is that the leadership confiscated these Bibles so they could not be distributed here in Afghanistan. And it was their best judgment at the time. The best way to deal with it was to destroy them. And I understand that they were burned.
See? You hear that? This the United States military, man. They know, man, the truth of Yahawah, man. Them Afghans, what they did was they took the holy scriptures and basically doctored them like everybody else do for real, and twisted the scriptures and had them in Afghan or whatever, but it was taken out of context or whatever. You know what I mean? To whatever effect. And Esau and them, the so-called white man, they took all them Bibles that they found, they confiscated them and burnt them. Why? What he say? Why they did it? So they wouldn't be circulated around, man. Because there's power in these scriptures, man. That's why people get offended when you get to twisting them and all that. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know what version they just was reading in the beginning, but even still, they know the base of what I'm saying is, because they all know that all these different Bibles and all that, it came from the KJV, man. Whether they twisting the scriptures or not. These devils know that this the truth right here. This the truth doctrine of the Most High. This the closest interpretation to the Hebrew you're going to find on earth. That's in English. Is the KJV. How you think all them Bibles came off the KJV? All them different ones, they came off the KJV, man. This the true book of the Most High right here. Unless you got some ancient Hebrew text or you going to Septuagint, the Greek junk of a Lord Jones. But far something that's basic that we can learn and teach the people with, that they can learn and teach their kids and all that, is this right here. Because the scriptures say we're going to be teaching with stumbling lips. What is stumbling lips? Meaning we teaching them with a language. This ain't our language, English. You know what I mean? So we teaching the people in another language that they really ain't got a whole lot of understanding. Because in the English language, one word can have about 5 different meanings to it. You gotta really have understanding on how words are being worded, how it's being said. A lot of little stuff about this English language, man. This bastard language called English that they forced us to learn. We came over here speaking Hebrew, man. We didn't come over here speaking no ooka booka booka. We came over here speaking Paleo Hebrew. They beat that out of us and made us learn English. Let's get it in. Let's go to meant to show. See that? There's something else to show. What that money say? Hey, what that money say? In God we trust, don't it? The back of that dollar. They know, man. Let's go to so you know how it go. All superheroes need theme music. Let's get it in. Tiger style, man. Let's go to Cyrac 44. Music kept the spurred up. Tired as a mug. I had an allergy in my left eye. I had to wait to do the class. My eye kept shutting. 9 times out of 10 when I'm doing classes, I'm extremely tired. I got a 3-year-old and a newborn. And I don't get 4 hours of uninterrupted sleep. Never. You know what I mean? I'm like a walking zombie. I can handle it though. That's why sometimes you might see me, I might look drunk. Book of Sirach, chapter 44, 1 through 3. So Pastor Porkchop, they getting all this praise and all that. Now we about to see who the real famous men is. Because Pastor Porkchop and them think they celebrities. Verse 1. Let us now praise famous men and our fathers that begat us. The Lord have wrought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning, such as did bear rule in their kingdoms, men renowned for their power, giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecies. Come on, man. Our forefathers was the real famous men of this earth, man. And what it said at the end of that, such as did bear rule in their kingdoms, men renowned for their power, giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecies, man. It say for renowned for their power, man. Our forefathers wasn't no jokes, man. They was really ruling stuff, ruling this earth, man. The real rulers of this earth, man. And it say, and declaring prophecies, man. That's what we supposed to be doing. That's what we is doing. The prophets. The ones the Most High woke up. We declaring his word to the earth. That's all we doing is basically telling you that the Most High pissed off and what he about to do to this earth and his people. His chosen people, the ones that ain't trying to come back. That's what we woke up for, to kill all these lies and to let everybody know. The God y'all, that y'all be acting like y'all following and all that y'all think don't exist no more. He pissed off and he about to hit the reset button on this earth. You know what I mean? It's not a game. Let's go to Sirach 19. The book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 19. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. Then I say the Most High pissed off. He say the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. It's the doctrine of life, man. Everything has a manual to it. This the manual to your soul, your mind, body, and spirit is this right here. When it's taught correctly, it's this. It ain't what Pastor Porchop talking about. It ain't what Egyptologists talking about. It ain't what these Scientologists talking about. It ain't what these atheists talking about. It ain't about what your wicked ass woman talking about, Jezebel. No, it's about what the Most High talking about, man. The God that created the heavens and the earth and everything that you see, man. Even your own back. It's about what he talking about at the end of the day. Everything else, man, is just white noise, man. It say, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. Neither at any time the counsel of sin is prudence. Come on, man, what I just say? It's about what the Most High talking about. Say the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, man. So all this about brothers might be talking about how much money they got, glorifying these athletes, these politicians, glorifying Pastor Porchop on his jet, glorifying these clothing labels. Oh, I just got me some new Gucci's. Oh, I just got me these Prada shoes and all that. The knowledge of, because that's vanity. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, man. I ain't never been around no brother that bragged about material stuff and glorified all this, a lot of stuff in this kingdom and was wise to me, man. It always was an old man that probably just was hanging outside. Whether if he go and get his little drink and be hanging out there, or older man that just be out there hanging out, or might meet an older man in somewhere walking or in a store somewhere, you run into somebody or you wind up meeting somebody or whatever. They had all the wisdom in the world. And a lot of older men that was wise to me was older men that was out there messed up, lost everything they had, was out there in the streets and stuff. But had a lot of life lessons and Jews to give you. And the way they spoke and all that, you knew something major happened in their life. But men like that, if they was to get these scriptures, oh, yeah, they'll be the ones that can dive in and break down mysteries and take a precept 3 levels and stuff like that. Not these dudes out here bragging about Gucci and Prada like Floyd, Flunky Money Mayweather, and all these entertainers, man, who ain't nothing but court gestures, man, for the so-called white man. Man, you just a court jester, man, like the scriptures say. A gladiator, a court jester, a step and fetching. Come on, man, get out of here with that garbage, man. We go to the book of James, man. Because, this is something our people run to when they want to have an excuse for not keeping the law. But see, like I said, the Most High prophets, we technicians of this Bible. You can't pull no one precept and don't get the context right and thinking we ain't going to chop you up for misspeaking these scriptures. We take this stuff to heart. That's how I was in the world. I don't care if we was arguing about sports or if I was playing somebody in basketball, football, the video games. I take that stuff to heart. I'm a winner. I'm a win. I'm going to do everything in my power to win. Yeah. And a lot of times when I lost, it's because I wasn't really into it. You go to James, man. This stuff sickening, man. I passed the pork chop. They've been running this same lie since slavery, man. They opened our mail up and taught us lies out and fed us lies out our mail. That's like somebody open your mail up, they throw the mail away or they keep it and just tell you what the mail said, but it really didn't say that what they saying that it said. They basically fed you lies out your mail. You know what I mean? Let's go to the book of James, chapter 2, verse 9. But if ye have respect to persons, ye commit sin. Meaning, if cause you my cousin, you my mother, you my father, you my man, I ain't teaching you these scriptures, that mean I got respect to persons. Oh, I don't want to say nothing because that's my grandmother. I don't want to tell her she can't eat pork because that's my grandmother. Nah. You supposed to teach your house word regardless and don't care about nobody's feelings. Because it's about salvation, about this earth about to be destroyed. If you're a watchman for the Most High, you got to warn the people. What the watchmen used to do, they be up on a tower, and when invaders coming, they start blowing the trumpets to let the regular people know something about to go down. So that's what the prophets, we out there telling the people, something about to go down. Because they can't see it. It's like that freight train that's coming, that smack that truck or that car from the side, they ain't see it. Telling you, man. It say, but if ye have respect of persons, ye commit sin and are convinced of the law as transgressors. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend at one point, he is guilty of all. So our people try to pull that and say, well, if you break one law, you break them all, and try to pull that. But you got to read the Bible in context. You got to read up, you got to read down, and get the context of what it's talking about. Let's go on. For he that said, do not commit adultery, said also, do not kill. Now, if thou commit no adultery, yet if thou kill, thou art become a transgressor of the law. It's talking about being a hypocrite, man. I can't be talking saying, oh, you a homosexual when I'm a thief or something, and I'm breaking laws and all that. That's what that's talking about. Let's go back. It say, for he that said, do not commit adultery, said also, do not kill. Now, if thou commit no adultery, yet if thou kill, thou art become a transgressor of the law. So it's telling you right there, the same person that said don't commit adultery and don't kill, but he ain't commit no adultery, but he killed. He a transgressor of the law. Don't care. You can't have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I can't be telling you keep the commandments and all that, and I'm constantly breaking the commandments. Purposely breaking them. You know what I mean? Because it said righteous man falls 7 times and get back up. So you're going to have little shortcomings in situations where you might break a commandment and don't even know you broke a commandment. You know what I mean? But all that's saying is don't be a hypocrite. So you can't pull that one past the pork chop. You can't pull that one Mr. Christian. Keep the laws. Point blank. Let's go to Romans 3:31. We engineers of these scriptures past the pork chop. You ain't got a pot to piss in, man. Can't keep feeding our people lies, man, and think it's just gonna keep being like that, man. And we just gonna keep shucking and jiving and cooning and falling for these lies you and these devils keep putting out there. Nah, buddy. It's not happening. It's not rocking like what they say, man. We ain't rocking like that. Let's go to Romans chapter 3, verse 31. It say, do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid. Yeah, we establish the law. Come on, man. All that they be saying, oh, I got faith. I got faith in Christ and all that. Man, what it just say? Do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid. Yea, we establish the law. Because you can't have no kingdom without laws, man. That's why you got all these pedophilias, these transgenderisms, these men raping women, all this stuff going on because there ain't no laws here. It's fake laws here. You can do stuff here and get off. In the Most High law, you get put to death. Let's go to Mark 1. Let's go to book of Mark, chapter 1. Chapter 1, verse 44. The book of Mark, chapter 1, verse 44. It say, and said unto him, see thou say nothing to any man, but go thy way. Show thyself to the priest, and offer for thy cleansing those things which Moses commanded for a testimony unto them. Man, that's Christ telling you right there, man, to listen to Moses, man. Telling you right there. Read it back. See thou say nothing to any man, but go thy way. Show thyself to the priest, and offer for thy cleansing those things which Moses commanded for a testimony unto them. Come on, man. They talking about they follow Christ and all that. But Yahawaah telling you right there, listen to Moses. What's Moses? The Old Testament. Come on, Pastor Porchard. Come on, let's go. It's another cut. I'm going to cut you to death today with these scriptures. Let's go to 1 Esdras 7:9. Come on, man. It's time for our people to hear the truth, man, of what's really going on this earth. This earth plane, not no earth planet. I noticed I might slip up and be saying planet, just talking regular. But it's technically, this is an earth plane. Esau added a T and called it a planet. Let's go to 1 Esdras 7:9. The book of 1 Esdras, chapter 7, verse 9. It say, the priests also and the Levites stood arrayed in their vestments according to their kindreds in the services of the Lord, God of Israel, according to the book of Moses, and the porters at every gate. And the children of Israel that were of the captivity held the Passover. Come on, man. This in the Apocrypha right here. An account by Esdras, the prophet Ezra. Come on, man. Reminding you. Don't forget about what the Most High did, how he led us out of Egypt and did that great wonder. It keep reminding you through the whole book, man. Don't forget about the Most High, what he did. Let's go to Exodus 20:3. Let's go to the book of Esdras. Let's go to the book of Exodus 20, verse 3. It say, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Nah, I'm a follow the so-called white man. He said I can eat pork on the Sabbath, on Saturday. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Man, I don't want to be a man no more. I want to be a woman. Because the white man said it's okay. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. The Most High tell you that the earth don't move. Oh, the earth spinning around the sun 67,000 miles per hour. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Man, my woman run the household. She tell me what to do. Thou should have no other gods before me. Man, the Most High told you, don't have no other gods before me, man. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 19. The book of Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. Don't be wishing ill will on your brothers, man. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord. It's talking about your people of your own nation, man. Let's go to Leviticus 23. The book of Leviticus chapter 23 and 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest, and a holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. In all your dwellings. Let's go back. Let's go back. It say, 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest. Nah, it's Sunday. We can go to church on Sunday and jump around. What would the Most High say? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest. Pastor Pork Chop said, man, come in on Sunday, man, and get some pork and play the organ and jump around. We can get the Holy Ghost. We ain't got to keep no commandments. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Come on, man. You ain't got a pot of piss and pass the pork chop. Got a pot of piss in it all, man, with that garbage. You keep trying to feed our people. Let's go to Numbers 15 and 38. The book of Numbers chapter 15 verse 38. Speak unto the Lord, speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe the borders a ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring, that ye may remember and do all my commandments and be holy unto your God. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God, YAHAWAH, man. Nah, Pastor Porchop said, we ain't gotta wear fringes no more. We can just walk around with Nike shirts on. Tiger Woods got the new gold button up. We can wear that. We can just wear regular JC Penney button ups and suits and all that with no fringes. Thou shalt have no other gods before me, man. The Most High say, I am the Lord your God. Nah, Pastor Porchop said, man, just come as you are. And this shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord. Thou shalt have no other gods before me, man. Let's go to Deuteronomy 22. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22. Chapter 2 and verse 5. It say, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God. Let's go to the book of Zephaniah 1 and 8. Let's see the penalty for our people thinking it ain't no penalty for disrespecting the Most High commandments, man. The breaking his laws and statutes, man. Stuff that's set. That he's saying, don't do this or do that. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice. What's the day of the Lord's sacrifice? The day when he gonna punish this earth, man. That I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such are clothed with strange apparel. Women in pants is strange apparel, man. That's what strange apparel is. It's my car. I been had it, John. I ain't never showed it, though. I had made these when I first got in the truth. I had to use it for a bookmarker. Let's go to Exodus 28. Exodus 28. Drop it. Exodus 28. Book of Exodus chapter 28, verse 42. It say, and thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness, from the loins even unto the thighs they shall reach, and they shall be upon Aaron and upon his sons when they come into the tabernacle of the congregation, or when they come near unto the altar to minister in the holy place, that they bear not iniquity and die. It shall be a statute forever until him and his seed after him. So men was ordained to wear pants. They was wearing linen pants, man. Because if you just got a garment on, people can see underneath that. That's not proper to be teaching with your balls out, man. The Most High ordained them for the man to cover his nakedness too. That's a man's garment, man. And the scripture tell you a woman shouldn't wear a man's garment. Let's go up. Let's go to 41. It say, and thou shalt put them upon Aaron thy brother and his sons with him, and shall anoint them and consecrate them and sanctify them, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. And thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness, man. Most ordained men are teaching all that and told them, man, to cover up. Come on, man. Let's see. Let's see when all this stuff came about, man. Let's see if man's when I got 3 videos, I'm just gonna go to one. I'm just gonna go to one. Is it this one? Masculine ties, man, woman's fancy. And they was pushing. You ain't seen that one woman in slavery wearing pants, man. They was in slavery picking cotton in dresses, long dresses. Because even the so-called white man had his woman in dresses, man. But see, when you over here in Babylon and America, look, this is the outcome. This is what eventually happens. You had the women start thinking they men. It's enough of that, man. Look.
Yes, even this way-out girl is well in the fashion vogue. You can't see it? Well, just keep in step with us for a moment. That is, of course, in trousers. Wherever you look, the female fashion followers are taking a strictly male tradition and giving it feminine appeal.
See that? What do you say, man?
That is, of course, in trousers. Wherever you look, the female fashion followers are taking a strictly male tradition and giving it feminine appeal.
Man, you heard that? He said the female followers is taking a strictly man's tradition and giving it feminine appeal. Come on, man. The devil telling you out his own mouth, man, the truth right there. He said strictly. Remember I said English, a language based on you got to listen to that stuff worded. He said strictly, man. Strictly. Where we was at? Okay. Yeah. Let's go to Leviticus 19 and 27. That's these scriptures. Let's go to the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 27. It say, ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. You look at any profession and all that, you can't work for these big companies, Fox 5, be on TV, and all this stuff. If you got your beard and all that, you gotta have a butt little adolescent face to get them jobs, man. You gotta have a booty face, man, to get these jobs. You can't wear your beard and all that, because that's a Hebrew custom. Or I'm going to say an Israelite man custom. And these devils know that. They gonna keep us in sync. Keep you with the bald heads, all that. That's something our men supposed to be doing. It say, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy bed. What's a corner? A connection. A corner is where two lines meet, where two sections meet up. And that's the corner right here. Don't cut that. You know what I mean? Keep your junk connected. Let's go to Leviticus 11:7. It say, the book of Leviticus chapter 11 verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. Pigs don't digest their food properly. Telling you the swine is not good for you. Let's go to verse 10. And all that have not fins and scales, catfish, in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. Crabs, shrimp, oysters, all that stuff, man. All that stuff. Them creatures was created to be garbage disposers, man. To chew up the filth. You know what I mean? I was allergic to shellfish real bad growing up. You know what I mean? Especially shrimp. Let's go to Sirach. But being pressed, diving in, thinking you missing something, I forced myself. I used to take Benadryl just to eat crab. And over time, my body got immune to it a little bit. It still will make me itch, like my whole, like ants running around inside my body. Shrimp, like lobster, and some real rubbery seafood. Got a lot of iodine in it. Tear you up. And I understand why. I understand why now. Just wasn't meant to, you know, one my body wasn't with that consumption of that stuff. You know what I mean? Let's go to Sirach 12:10. But they tell you it's good. They pump it, give you the pork cheap and all that. Seafood, all these seafood deals, and just on the news they talking about they about to start. It's about to be an oyster shortage. The oysters they've been finding been looking sick and all that, but they've been overfishing. The book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Don't trust these devils, man. It say for iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. What do iron do? Iron start off as a little spot, and over time, rust do, it start off as a little spot, and it get worse over time. It might be a little spot. You come back at the time, you got a big patch of rust on the car and a hole. Not only just a big patch, it done ate a hole. And over time, it done spread to other parts and all that, like a disease. That's how the white man wickedness is, man. He done flooded his wickedness around the earth, man, and it done spread it and done infiltrated and got all societies infected with the lies and the garbage, man. Let's go to the book of John. Let's go to John. The book of John, chapter 5, verse 45. It say, do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuses you, even Moses in whom we trust. That's YAHAWAH right there again, making reference to Moses, man. It say, for had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me, for he wrote of me. Man, Moses wrote of YAHAWAH, man, who they call Christ, man, ignorantly. It say, but if ye believe not his writings, how shall ye believe my words? So, man, why pass the pork chop, man, telling you you ain't got to follow the Old Testament? YAHAWAH, Christ just told you right there. But if ye believe not my words, but if ye believe not his writings, how shall ye believe my words? Come on, man. Christ telling you right there. Don't even talk about, we can't follow, we ain't got to follow the Old Testament no more. We only go by the New Testament. Christ said, man, don't even put my words in your mouth, man, if you ain't following my man Moses, man. Let's go to Hebrews 10:7. Said Moses wrote of Christ. Why Moses wrote of Christ? We about to see. We about to see. The book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 7. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do thy will, O God. That's why Moses was speaking about Christ like he said, man. Said he wrote of me. Say the book, it is written of me. That's Christ's nickname is the word. And it tell you, if you're not in the Lamb's book of life, who is the Lamb? Christ is the Lamb. And his other nickname, the Son of Man, he the word. That's why he said he come in the volume, the whole book, whatever. Because whatever these brothers prophesying, you basically speaking the words of YAHAWAH Christ, man. That's his name, the word, man. That's why he told you Moses wrote of me, for he wrote of me. So how Moses know about Christ and Christ wasn't even born yet? Come on, man. Let's go to back to John 5:47. The book of John, chapter 5, verse 47. But if ye believe not his writings, how shall ye believe my words? Let's go to Luke. Let's go to Luke 16. The book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 31. And he said unto him, if they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded though one rose from the dead. Saying even still Christ, basically to say one rose from the dead, talking about Christ. Saying even though YAHAWAH and all that manifest, it's saying, man, if they not listening to the Old Testament, how they gonna be persuaded about from Christ, man? And he rose from the dead. They still ain't trying to follow him. He just told you that. Let's go back. Chapter John, verse 5 and 47. But if ye believe not his writings, how shall ye believe my words? Verse 31. And he said unto him, if they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded though one rose from the dead. Come on, man. He just told you over there, if you don't believe Moses' writings, how you going to believe my writings? Then he tell you right here, if they hear not Moses and the prophets in the Old Testament, how they going to be persuaded by me, even though I rose from the dead? Come on, man. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5 and 17. You ain't got to pie the piss and pass the pork chop. You don't. Bleeding to death. Listen to this class. Let's go to chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. What Christ come to fulfill? The law of sacrifice. That's why we ain't got to sacrifice animals and stuff no more. We used to have to sacrifice animals for sins and stuff. We ain't got to do that no more because he was the ultimate sacrifice. But what he tell you in the beginning? Think not that I come to destroy. Basically saying, don't think that I'm coming to get rid of the law. Only the law of sacrifice. That's basically what he just said. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So that's what we doing, man. We fighting for salvation. We teaching people to keep the commandments, unlike Pastor Porkchop, and you know what I mean? We telling people to keep the commandments. They not. What the scriptures say, if you teaching men not to keep the commandments, you're going to be called least in the kingdom of heaven. So Joe Osteen, Pastor Porkchop, not even Joe Osteen, because he a devil. He going to be a slave in the kingdom. Talking about Negroes, man. Pastor Porkchop. They're going to be called least in the kingdom of heaven, man. Meaning, you're not going to make it, man. You're not going to make it. You thinking you're going to slide in, you not. You're going to be like a rodent or something, a rat trying to get in a building that they don't want to let in. Let's go back to Hebrews. The book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 28. It say, he that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. Come on, man. This in Hebrews, they still talking about Moses' law, man. Telling you, man, if you're not following the Old Testament, you basically gonna get put to death, man. Come on, man. That's what it's telling you right here. You're not gonna be a flaming faggot and slide in the kingdom, man. It's not gonna happen. Let's go back. It say, he that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. Nah, I can be a flaming faggot. God gonna have mercy on me. He that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. I can have Sunday church every Sunday and have a pork feast, and God gonna hear my blessings. He gonna give me blessings and hear my prayers. He that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. I can run around, you know what I mean? I ain't gotta wear no fringes and just be wicked as I want to be. Ain't nothing gonna happen. God gonna have mercy on me. He that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. Come on, man. If you're not keeping the Old Testament, man, when the Most High start tightening that wrench and casting out these rafts, you're going to get caught up in it. Like what I say, that hourglass with the sand in it is getting low. Let's go to Luke. Let's go to Luke. The book of Luke, chapter 24, verse 44. It say, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and the Psalms concerning me. Let's go back. These are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you. Talk about in the wilderness the first time, because that was Christ in the chariot, giving them light and all that. When he was himself, YAHAWAH, when he was the spirit, his natural form, when he was in his natural form, it was him. And I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses. Hold on. And he took it and he did evil for them and said, okay, so he talking to the apostles. Okay, he's talking to, let me take the, he's talking to the apostles. And saying, which were written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me. Let's see what Christ, let's prove that the Old Testament talking about Christ, man. This Christ talking right here, what he say? These are the words which I spake unto you, which I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled. Talking about the disciples, right? Which were written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me. It say in the book of Psalms concerning me. So let's see what the book, let's see what the old, like the Old Testament ain't got nothing to do with Christ. Let's see. He just said out his own mouth. So how would he know that they was talking about him in the Psalms, man, if he came way after that? Come on, man. This book deeper than what people understand. The book of Psalms, chapter 40, verse 7. He said, then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. Come on, man, but let's go back to what he said before that in Luke. Luke 22. Luke 22, he said, well, this was at Luke 22 and 44. 24 and 44. Getting eyes I can't see, man. He said, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and in the book of Psalms concerning me. Book of Psalms, chapter 40, verse 7. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. Come on, man. The old, like Christ said, is written to him, man. He's the word. That's his nickname, is the word. This whole book is talking about YAHAWAH, man, who they call Christ. Who is the representative of the Most High's laws, man, in his word. Come on, man. You ain't got a pot to piss in past the pork chop. Get chopped up today, Jack. Let's go to back to Luke. Let's go to Luke chapter 4. Chapter 4, verse 15. It say, and he taught in their synagogues, being glorified of all. And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up, talking about Christ. And as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read. So we supposed to be teaching on the Sabbath, Pastor Porkchop, which is Saturday, not Sunday. The Sabbath day is the seventh day. Christ was teaching it when he was 12 years old on the Sabbath. It say he was in a synagogue. He stood up for to read on the Sabbath. So what's up with all this Sunday worship church bullshit, man? Let's go to verse 16. And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up. And as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read. And there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah. And when he had opened the book, he found the place where it was written. Come on, man. He was quoting out of the Old Testament. The prophets don't do nothing but bounce off each other, man. He was quoting out the Old Testament. Basically reading his own words that the prophets been speaking, but that's where he went and chose to read it. Come on, man. He didn't have no, it wasn't no New Testament or nothing yet. He was little. You know what I mean? At that point. And he got sent here as a man. He had to took time for him the all the way coming to who he was sent here to be. Let's go to Matthew 23. Coming down the backstretch of this class. The book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 2. It say, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do. But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. Telling you, man, they sit in Moses' seat being hypocrites. They sit in his seat like they Moses. It's Christ talking. But they don't follow his law. So they say and do not. So why would YAHAWAH, who they call Christ, why would he say that? He basically saying, follow Moses, man. He's saying the scribes and the Pharisees, the modern day scribes and Pharisees is Pastor Porkchop, man. Your local pastor. TD Snakes and all the rest of them cowards, man. Them wicked cowards. Ragum sodomites. They talk the talk but don't walk the walk. Is basically what that's saying in layman's terms. Why would he mention, why would Christ say that when he got the whole New Testament? Why would he say that? This in Matthew. Why? Telling you right there, follow Moses, man. It ain't never say to stop following Moses, because Christ came on the scene, because this whole book is of Christ, man. The whole book. Like he said. Let's go to second Esdras. The book of second Esdras, chapter 9, verse 37. Notwithstanding the law perish not, but remaineth in its force. Come on, man. It's telling you the law perish not. It say, notwithstanding. Hold on, let's read up. It say, for we that have received the law perish by sin, and our heart also, talking about your mind, which received it, notwithstanding the law, perisheth not, but remaineth in its force. Come on, man. The law gonna withstand and is what it's supposed to do. Regardless, man, if you keeping the laws or not. You gonna perish, but the law still gonna be the law. You know what I mean? That's basically what that's saying. The law still gonna be the law at the end of the day. It ain't lose no weakness. It's not like a piece of bread that get molded, some soda that lost its kick, and all that. The law gonna have its same kick, man. Thousands of years from now, it's gonna have its same It's gonna have that same mule kick to it. Cause this, what I say, what the scriptures say, this the doctrine of life, man, and it's meant to last forever. So y'all can teach and tell what y'all want to talk, man. The truth is the truth. You can't get around these scriptures, man. The technicians, the real teachers of these scriptures woke up now. So all y'all fraudulent frauds, man, get out of here, man. Go somewhere, man. Be gone or die. Let's go to Baruch chapter 4. But this sickening, man. How these lies, man. I used to, man, fantasize about knowing the scriptures, man. Now the Most High really gave them to me. Man, I'm coming for heads, man. That's why I put classes together to come for heads, man. When people come across my classes, they gonna know. Slim speaking the truth. You gonna feel this the truth. Yeah. Let's go to Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. What I say is the commandment, the doctrine of life. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. Let's go back. Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. Come on, man. You can't be wise and illuminated in the spirit without this truth, man. Without these scriptures. Pastor Pork Chop, you can talk all that garbage all you want, man. You can keep feeding all these lies. You's a liar, man. Now I tell any one of y'all preachers, man, your face you's a lie. Come up in your church, man. Because all y'all is some lies, man. Y'all leading our people down the wrong way that ain't good with the Most High, man. Because he about to kill a rock our people because of that. Proverbs chapter 6. Like I keep saying, man, y'all need to get put to death for that Christianity, man. Real life. chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. How a commandment gonna be a lamp? Because the commandment help you to see. Don't be a homosexual. It's teaching me not to deal with men. It's helped me see that putting your rod in another man's ass ain't proper, man. That's what is the commandment. It say the commandment. Where would it say? The commandment is a lamp and the law is light. Because the laws help you see, man, what the Most High require of you. That's how it's a light. And reproofs of instruction are the way of life, man. For another brother for you to be corrected, to be reproved and instructed is the way of life. Don't you gotta instruct your kids? Don't you gotta reprove your kids when they going off, when they doing stuff that ain't right? It ain't no difference, man. It's a pecking order. Man didn't create this earth. He didn't create these bodies. He didn't create these animals. He didn't create this water. None of this stuff, man. The spirit. So how you act like you got the right to destroy you and destroy this earth, and it ain't no consequences, man? Our people gotta stop being dumb, man. Tell you, can't keep listening to what the so-called white man talking about. Can't keep doing that. It say for the commandment is a lamp. No, I'm not gonna follow the commandment and be sitting in the dark. And the law is light. Nah, lawlessness is light. And the law is light. Being a homosexual is light. And the law is light. Our women walking around looking like whores, that's light. And the law is light. Come on, man. You can't have no kingdom without righteous laws, man, to keep everything in balance. This earth out of balance, man, and it's messed up. All the whales dying, the coral reefs is loaded with plastic. Come on, man. I seen a whale not too long ago. The baby died from the milk because the milk was saturated with plastic. Come on, man. The white rhino just went extinct. All these animals about to go extinct. Come on, man. It can't keep going like this without no laws, man. You know what I mean? And how these laws gonna come? The Israelites, we telling y'all what the Most High about to do. Whether if you like it, believe it, or hear it or not. He passing out judgment's name. Why you think the whole Midwest flooded? Then he hit it with a blizzard right behind the flood. Giving you a little sample of things to come. Let's go to the book of Acts. The book of Acts, chapter 7. Chapter 7, verse 30. Book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 37. It say, this is that Moses which said unto the children of Israel, a prophet shall the Lord your God raise up unto you of your brethren, like unto him ye shall hear. Talk about YAHAWAH, man. So Moses telling you that to hear Christ, and Christ telling you to listen to Moses. It say, this is that Moses which said unto the children of Israel, a prophet shall the Lord your God raise up unto you or your brethren, like unto me. Him shall ye hear. This is he that was in the church in the wilderness with the angel, which spake to him in Mount Sinai. Christ was back there talking to Moses on Mount Sinai. Moses just told you. That's who he was talking to. When Christ was in his angelic form, that was him with the angel talking to Moses. Moses just told you that and telling you that he gonna come as a man. Listen to him. Just told you. This is that Moses which said unto the children of Israel, a prophet shall the Lord your God raise up unto you of your brethren, like unto me. Him shall ye hear. This is he that was in the church in the wilderness with the angel which spake unto him in the Mount Sinai, man. And with our fathers who received the lively oracles to give unto us. Come on, man. You ain't got to pass the pistol and pass the pork chop. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. Can't keep getting away with these lies, man. It got to be an end. All good things come to an end. In this case, all wicked things come to an end. Y'all really thought it wasn't going to be nobody out of the Most High's people going to wake up, man, and prophesy against this wicked kingdom, man? Y'all really thought that price support y'all? Wasn't nobody going to wake up? He wasn't, the Most High wasn't going to wake nobody up to bring this kingdom down spiritually, and he going to bring it down physically. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4, verse 1. It say, moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea. Talking about when they was in the cloud in the wilderness, and that the ones that passed through the Red Sea. It say, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea. This in 1 Corinthians in the New Testament, talking about Moses right here, reminding you, don't forget the Old Testament, and did eat the same spiritual meat, the truth, man. It say, and did eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. Didn't I just tell you Moses was telling you that was Christ he was talking to on Mount Sinai with the angel? Telling you, Paul telling you right here in Corinthians. And they all drank the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. That spiritual meat and that drink and all that, it's talking about the words of YAHAWAH, Christ, man. Then he say he was the volume of the book for Moses written of me. He the whole book. And Moses just said that's who he was talking to in the spirit. It was the spirit up there with the angel he was talking to. And Paul telling you right here who that was in the wilderness, man. Christ the whole book, man. And he even saying, listen to Moses. Because all these prophets ain't doing nothing but speaking his words that he got from the Most High. Because he the word for the Most High. That's his nickname, is the word. He speak for the Most High. So Paul telling you, Paul just told you, it say that rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. The Israelites was being followed by the chariot, man, in the wilderness, man, keeping light on them and all that at night, making sure they were safe and all that. Let's prove it. Let's go to Hebrews. Let's go over to Paul again. Book of Hebrews chapter 10, verse 7. Then said I, lo, I come. In the volume of the book, it is written of me to do thy will, O God. The volume, what's a volume? The whole inside. Christ, the whole book, man. Matthew 17. Last few precepts. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 17. Verse 1. And after 6 days, Jesus, who was named, real name is YAHAWAH. After 6 days, YAHAWAH taketh Peter, James, and John, his brother, bringeth them up into a high mountain apart, and was transfigured before them. And his face did shine as the sun. He was wise, very smart. And his raiment was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elijah, talking with him. Then answered Peter, how could Christ be talking to Moses and Peter? I mean, Moses and Elijah up on the mountain. Then answered Peter and said unto Christ, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Elijah. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud. This was the voice of the Most High, which said, this is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. So if the Most High telling you to listen to YAHAWAH HaMashiach, who they people call Jesus Christ, and he telling you to listen to Moses, and then he just told you right here, he was up on the mountain with Moses and Elijah. Moses supposed to be dead at this point, and Elijah got picked up in the chariot. Come on, man. Tell you right there. Let's go to Matthew 5 and 17. The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Come on, man. YAHAWAH ain't say break no laws. Let's read it one more time. Verse 17. This when you pass the pork, lying ass pass the pork chop, and these Christians that's brainwashed off this Christian crack, man, that can't get these evil spirits up off of them to do what the Most High want to do. Because on a deeper level, it's just not in your life to do it. You part of the 2/3 that's meant to be destroyed. You know what I mean? But on a surface level, y'all gone off the Christian crack. These stumbling blocks, man. Verse 17. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Man, drop dead past the poor shot with them lies, man. Shabbat Shalom, Shalom. Yah Mordecai, wise warrior for the Most High, Mighty One, God of Israel, Zephaniah, treasure warrior spirit for the Most High Yahawah. Coming from SITHLORDTIGER, school of truth, servants in the house of the Lord, together in God's eternal righteousness. SITHLORDTIGER. Stick together, y'all.